Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning into today's video. We are currently in the middle of the winter, which is a great time for growing winter vegetables. Most winter vegetables are fully hardy and cope well in cooler conditions and can be planted or sown directly in the garden. Another good thing in planting winter vegetables is that snails and other pests are less of a problem. Also, you don't have to water as much because of the cool weather conditions. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you 10 winter vegetables that you can grow right now. The first on the list is bulb onions. Bulb onions come in various shapes, sizes, and colors. They are very easy to grow and they will virtually look after themselves in winter, which means you don't have much of a problem when planting bulb onions. They take 6 to 8 months to mature. The bulbs are ready to pull when the leaf tops dry and fall over. The interesting information about onions is that they are packed with minerals and vitamins like vitamin C, magnesium, phosphorus, calcium, and onions have been a source of respected medication for thousands of years. A brief information about planting onions. You can sow seeds for planting onions in trays, seed beds, or in the open. After planting, cover the seeds with a fine soil. Seedlings will emerge in about 10 to 14 days of planting, and avoid planting them too deep. The next plant on the list is garlic. Garlic is one of the easiest winter vegetables that you can plant. They come with lots of varieties that you can choose from. Like onions, they take a very long time to grow, and the bulbs are ready to be lifted usually about 8 to 9 months after planting, which is a very long time. The interesting information about garlic is that they are a very close relative of onions. They are an excellent source of copper, iron, magnesium, germanium, zinc, and selenium. They also contain vitamin A and C. They have various amino acids and fiber. When planting garlic, press individual cloves 30 millimeters deep into a well-prepared soil and space them about 80 millimeters apart. Garlic does best in well-drained, rich soils with lots of compost. Another plant that you can grow right now is spinach, which is my favorite because I did make some money planting it. This popular vegetable doesn't do well in summer but does great in spring and autumn. One of its advantages is that it grows really fast and will produce a huge yield with tasty leaves. Early autumn sowing will keep you supplied with tender young leaves throughout the winter, and with regular harvesting it will continue to crop well into summer. Continuous removal of leaves will ensure production of new fresh and nutritious leaves, also preventing running to seed. Spinach is a wonderful source of vitamin K and iron in your home diet. Sow spinach where you know that it will grow about 15 millimeters deep and tin seedlings into 300 millimeters apart. Rows must be 600 millimeters apart. Sow in succession for continuous supply. We cannot list winter vegetables to plant and leave lettuce out. So you have to make sure that you use winter jam. This variety of lettuce can be grown right through winter, but you will need to protect them when winter frost threatens. The interesting information about lettuce is that they are a close relative of sunflowers. You can sow them directly into the ground at 2 weeks intervals from the end of April through to the end of May, which will ensure you continuous supply of lettuce. Plant seedlings out into rows about 50 millimeters deep and space them about 200 millimeters apart. Make sure that you do not plant them too deep because that will result into poor heads. Keep them moist all the time. The lettuce will be ready to harvest in just 8 to 12 weeks. Please note that lettuce does best in rich, cool, and moist soils. The next plant on the list is cauliflower, which is one of the best vegetables to grow in winter, mainly because you don't have to worry much about pests eating your crops in the cold winter conditions. When planting cauliflowers, sow seeds directly, planting them 400 millimeters apart. You should never allow cauliflowers to dry out. When you are planting cauliflowers, make sure that you do it in intervals so that you can have continuous supply throughout the year. Cauliflower needs fertile soil to grow, which is rich in organic matter and plenty of water. Coming to number 6 on the list is broad beans. This cool season vegetable is a tall, leafy crop that needs plenty of space to grow. Although it is easy to grow, autumn sun broad beans can be harvested in spring. The pudding beans taste the best when they are eaten while they are still very young. Broad beans have a very high nutritious value, including vitamin C, various groups of vitamin B, and strong antioxidants. The leaves of the broad beans can also be plucked, cooked, and served for very tasty meals. During autumn, sow seeds directly 300 millimeters apart. Place the seeds 50 millimeters deep and 150 to 200 millimeters apart. Broad bean seedling emerge about 10 to 14 days after planting. They grow best in sunny spots, sheltered from the wind. They enjoy a rich, moist, well-drained soil. Coming to number 7, we have green peas. It is one of the most nutritious cool season crop that you can ever plant. Enjoy an early crop and nutrient benefits of peas when you harvest in spring. Consider planting them into your garden when autumn comes to an end. Peas are hardy to both environmental, soil, and crop disease. They are a very great source of vitamin K, manganese, dietary fiber, vitamin B1, copper, vitamin C, phosphorus, and folate. They are also a very good source of vitamin B6, vitamin B2, and etc. Sow the seeds in shallow drills 25 to 40 millimeters, 150 millimeters apart in a single or double rows, allowing about 600 millimeters between the rows. Sow the seeds in succession to ensure continuous supply throughout the season. Make sure each pea plant has something to climb in when it is growing. Well-drained, fertile, rich soils does the best. The next plant on the list is thyme. Thyme is known for its extra touch of aroma. This hardy herb is low at growing, so it makes a good ground cover. It can survive in extreme weather conditions and soil conditions. Its hardy nature enables it to grow well. Its evergreen leaves will complement your vegetable garden. Apart from its culinary benefits, it can be planted as an ornamental vegetable. Essential oil extracted from the leaves and flowers contain a substance called the thymol, which has antiseptic properties, which is an active ingredient in mouthwashes such as Listerine. Plant small plants, dig a hole and plant directly into the garden. Farm it in well and after that water it. It requires deep fertile soil and regular watering. The next plant that you can grow in winter is green onions. Green onions, which are also known as scallions or spring onions, are a fairly quick growing crop, and early autumn sowing should be ready to harvest by spring. They are mainly grown for their green leaves and white stems. They are mainly used in salads and in oriental cuisines. Green onion is a good source of sulfur, which is very beneficial for your overall health. It has compounds such as allyl sulfides and flavonoids that prevent cancer and fight against the enzyme that produces cancer cells. You can sow seeds for spring onions in trays or 20 millimeters apart in rows. Do not plant the seedlings way too deep. And last but not least to our list is carrots. They come in various shapes and sizes. They are adaptable to different climate conditions and can be grown throughout the year. You can sow them in early autumn. If sown in early winter, plants may result in going to seed without forming any roots. They are an excellent source of vitamin A and provide more than 200% of your daily requirement in just one carrot. You can sow them directly into beds where they are to mature. Sow thinly and cover them into a 10 millimeter layer of soil. Seedlings may take up to 3 weeks to emerge. And with that, we have come into an end of today's video. You can leave a comment down below on a vegetable that you are interested to plant this winter, or share the vegetables that you have planted. If you like this video, make sure to like and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye.